Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. In the last episode, we stopped the Pistons in Galahad Fortress and hopefully gave the Allied force a better chance. Now, with everything else out of the way, it's time. Before going forward, I would say, either have Paralysis, Lock On, or Blaze Resist. And also, keep a good reminder of party control, as in when we went to attack, when to focus, and especially when to back off. But that, let's go.
Talking about hair physics again.
This is a guy who's badass. Badass who wants his sister back.
Shulk, is that?
Spear ones! Loads and loads of spear mechon!
It's Fiora! This isn't good! Fiora!
And based on that, we have a new prompt. This is not a boss fight. Here we have, if we could find it. If I can find it, come on, game. We have here Face Nemesis, aka Fiora. And just like Fiora, Face Nemesis is a fast attacker and does a lot of combos. However, she is not your target. The objective is to keep Fiora alive. However, she herself has an attack in which focuses on herself. That's not a big deal for you. However, your AI partners are at risk. So, if she uses that art, she can definitely entice them to attack her themselves. Going forward, I would all say that the enemy mechon are your targets. First off, let's have a guard's unit right about here, the big bulky one. These guys, they can hasten themselves, they can cause blaze, they can cause paralysis, and of course they hit pretty hard, so you want to take them out first as we get inflicted with blaze. This is not fun at all. So I would of course operate enchant straight ahead. However, a thing in which you can do if you want to be cheeky, you can, if you're feeling brave, you can actually have Shulk take the brunt and leave Rhine or whoever you bring along left to do 1 damage if you're not feeling confident in their abilities or competence or etc. Now, the other ones that you have here, I think it is, yeah, just a defensive guard units in themselves. They can cause lock on themselves and they can paralyze you. Meaning they can just be a hindrance, but they aren't heavy attackers in themselves. They are just simply there to slow you down. If I had to hazard a guess, as you can probably tell, that was a triple attack and they do minuscule damage. If you want an easy time in this boss fight, I definitely recommend having your allies focus. There shouldn't be much of an opportunity for your AI partners to get out of hand. And I'm just barely hanging on. There we go. But if you have enchant on, it is a good idea to keep your partners in check. But apart from that, you haven't really got anything to worry about. Another thing that Fiora has is Brilliant Light, which can bind you. You can probably tell.
What an elegant name for an elegant woman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because Nemesis' design is meant to be angelic.
Yep. And plus silver. So much so that this was meant to be the second most powerful mechon, if we're going just by rank. But as you can probably tell with Fiora's attacks, she doesn't hit hard, and that's meant to be intentional. It's to give you guys a fighting chance in order for it not to be hard. And with that, we get a new achievement, Machine Meltdown. Just kill a number of mechon. These guard units, in chain attack, they can be broken and toppled. Same thing for every enemy in which you're going to face in this fight. But keeping control and keeping a mindset on who is attacking and who's got what buffs, then you're good. But I do like this fight though, because it creates a sense of urgency, and it keeps you and it keeps your party on its toes. That is hastening effect. And with that,
Would Eater work against that?
that would indeed work. But seeing how these things are not that bad, are not that bad. But with that, it's all set and done.
Stop! Don't you recognize Shulk? Fiora! Fiora, please! Don't you remember us at all? It's no use! Everyone, it's time to retreat! Got it.
Understood.
Move! Shulk!
You alright? Yeah, I think so. What do we do now, Shulk? We ain't gonna last long here.
Fiora! Try and remember! It's us!
I pity you. Without the power of that sword, I doubt you would ever have made it this far. Apocrypha, activate.
What is...
Huh? Wait, what's going on? What's happened to the Monado?
Look out! Ah!
Shulk!
I'm... okay.
Shulk, wait here! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Fiora! Stop this right now! How could you? Shulk came here to save you! Do you hear me? Fiora!
You must run.
Fiora! Fiora! Or whoever you are.
Please, run. The machine is not under my control.
Not under your control. Is it him?
Most surprising. I admit I never expected such resistance to becoming a faith.
Egil.
Fiora! What have you done to her?
From the moment of their creation, all Mechon are mine to control. Should a passenger defy me, I force it to obey.
Why make Homs into Mechon? Why are you making them attack Bionis?
If you wish to know, you have only to submit yourself to me. All will become clear when you attack Bionis with a new body born of Mechonis.
Never! Who would ever submit to you?
Forget about him. We have to get out of here.
But what about Fiora?
If we die here today, she will be lost forever.
Choose. I have rendered the Monado useless. You have no hope of victory or escape.
You chunk of scrap! So it was you who did that to the Monado!
The Monado is a tool that regulates the waves of the very ether from which the world is formed. Therefore, it can be counteracted simply by releasing opposing waves.
But how can you?
The questions end here. Hand over the Monado. After all, it is no longer of use to you.
Never! If the Monado really is powerless, then why would you want it for yourself? I will never give it to you. Never!
Then make your choice. Be crushed by my fist, or slain by your old friend.
Egil!
Here we have Goldface, level 60. Boss fight begins now. Face Nemesis joins our fight, but she has the same attacks and same prompts as before. Do not harm her. Also, last 90 seconds, a minute and a half. The Monado can't do anything. No talent arts, therefore Dunban and Ryan can't do much. The point of this fight is to survive. He can buff himself, and he can also inflict slow on you. This is simply a matter of attrition and a way to grind you down. With a chain attack, you can even try and break him. You can even try and topple him, and it works for a period of time. But if you look at Shield Bash, he can't be dazed. You can only prolong this fight. Because once he comes back up, even though we're doing a hefty amount of damage to him, but eventually Chainbreaker topples, and King's Orders buffs himself up. Luckily, he was not doing much damage. But if you're able to last enough, you make it through. This fight. Fiora does have a move which can lock on herself, similar to the other fight. But apart from that, you should be alright.
I cannot allow this. That boy is at risk. Shulk! Don't let him die! Help Shulk! Help them! Who are you?
This is the end. Heir to the Monado.
Whoever you are, please lend me your strength.
I won't let you do this!
Fiora!
How dare you defy me? Worthless machine!
Fiora!
Egil. No matter how much you yearn for revenge,
I will not permit you to have your way.
The Monada? But how?
No, stop!
please, survive.
Will you die for them? What is this?
Fiora!
Not good! Let's get out of here!
Shulk! Where are you? Shulk, get back here! Fiora!
The power of that face. No, that is not possible. It cannot be.
The fortress has collapsed? What of Melia? And Shulk?
The observation was based solely on long-range intelligence. We cannot be any more specific.
You don't need to worry about them.
But...
Take it easy. I've got a pretty good idea where they are. If you're gonna attack, you better do it now. Their fortress ain't completely destroyed. Or do we just sit here and wait to die?
Shall I perform the divination ritual now?
Forgive me, Seer. That will not be necessary. From now on, we will seize our destiny with our own hands.
We don't need to see the future. The Mechon forces are on their way. No doubt about it. I like the look in your eye there, lad. It's time. This is war.